Hi, this is Candice Sanderson, author of The Reluctant Messenger. What I want to do today is a card reading, an oracle card reading, and I'm using Denise Linn's oracle card called the Sacred Traveler. This is a beautiful set of cards. Even the backs of the cards are just gorgeous. So while I'm shuffling these cards, I'm going to set an intention. This is something I like to do when we do a card reading, is ask a specific question. Now, I'm going to ask just what information do I need today in order to make my life better? What information do I need? Now, this is April 1st, 2019, but it certainly doesn't matter the date. When you see this, it's because you needed to see it then. Then, here we go. Begin now. Take your first step. And as you see in this card, there's a man who's leaving. I see what's probably his wife and a couple kids. And there's a long path ahead of him. And he looks like he's prepared to take a long journey. So let's read and see what take your first step means. And maybe this is a nudge for you to begin your first step. I know, for example, here we go. When I wrote my book, The Reluctant Messenger, that was a big step for me to take. I put my life out in front of the public. I had very private messages from, various messengers, and it was it took a lot of courage for me to write this and put this into a book. And I'm happy to say that it is still a #1 bestseller. The Audible book is now still on Amazon. So apparently a lot of people resonated with the book, which I'm really glad to hear. And begin now, take your first step. I'm actually working on another book, and it took me a long time to sit down and actually decide to do this. So this message seems very appropriate for me. So let's read and see what Denise Linn has to say. Every journey starts with the first step. There is no moment better than the present one to begin. You might not feel ready, but nevertheless, it's time to start. A new cycle is beginning. And yes, this is a new cycle. This is a new month, April 1st. But once again, the new cycle doesn't necessarily have to correspond with the month or a new season or a new year. It actually begins with you. You are the one who's in charge of your life. You're the one that chooses when you need to take that first step. And when you take that first step, that is when the new cycle begins. Wipe the slate clean and get going. Release familiar routines, stagnant situations, or challenging relationships that no longer support you or empower you. You are at the end of an old cycle and the beginning of a new and exciting one. Set your sails for a new horizon. And that's very true. When you start a new path, you start a new cycle, start fresh, start anew. I mean, just like in the morning, you get up and you take a shower, you wash your hair, and you get rid of the old energy from the day before. You just feel so much better. And this is what we do when we decide to take our own first steps onto a new path. We get rid of something that doesn't serve us anymore. If we're struggling with a relationship, if we have a friend who's not really supporting us, or a friend that's maybe seemed to go on a different path, then maybe it's time to find new friends. I mean, as I look at myself and how I've changed since I published The Reluctant Messenger, I have some friends who have gone different ways. For whatever reason, their life path changed and they went in a different direction. Yet I look at all the new friends I've met since I've written the book, And so my life is ever changing, and it's all because I took those first few steps and started a new path. Let's continue the reading. The sacred traveler wants you to know that it's not about the path ahead, but creating your own trail. It's time to stop standing on the edge of life and just take a leap. Your patience is going to pay off. Old limitations and inner blockages are dropping away. It's time to allow yourself to experience the fear, but do it anyway. Something that you've waited for a long time is about to come to fruition. Don't be afraid to jump in with both feet. There are times that you need to separate from family, friends, and acquaintances and enter new places by yourself. Sometimes the traveler must go beyond what is familiar in order to be open to transformation and change. Thus, the journey begins with a heightened sense of awareness, and it ignites mindfulness. Sometimes it can feel difficult, and I know that, to take your very first step. But unless you do it, you'll never know the joy and fulfillment that awaits you. Do it now. And remember that a journey of 1,000 miles must begin with that single step. So let go of fear if that's what's holding you back. Start fresh, start anew. Take that first step and see where life will take you. You know, we all are travelers on a sacred path. That makes us sacred travelers. I do believe that we all are divine sparks, or that we have a divine spark from the Creator within us. And when we're very mindful on the direction we want to go or need to go, when we're able to listen to guidance that will help guide us on the path of wisdom, then the whole world is in front of us. And we can start recognizing the divinity that we have from within and allow that to shine forth. So, sacred travelers, I certainly hope that you have a great day. Feel free to subscribe below and click that little bell if you want notifications when new videos are uploaded. Thank you. I will see you the next time. Bye.